Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Please, brothers, because we're going to start basically straight away, as we were previously, inshallah, facing the blessed picture Mubarak, inshallah. If you can request the brothers to make a semicircle there. And if you can maybe stop communicating between yourselves now and focus on, because now you're going to do the lengthy and the more detailed muraqbah. So get yourself in this mindset of astaghfar. Maybe some of you didn't get time to do the Salat al-Hajat before. So in your heart, just be doing istighfar and bring yourself in the presence, inshallah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the universe. And may His infinite peace, mercy and blessings be upon Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and upon his beloved family, companions and all those who follow him until Yawmul Qiyamah. So inshallah, we've had an opportunity to do our brief practices before Asr Salah. Now that we have rested and offered our Asr, we should be now fresh and ready for the next this session now. So just before I start, I'd like to emphasize again, it's very important that you sit in a manner that you're very comfortable. Normally we say you should start sitting like I am doing, and then you can change your posture. But the main thing is that you're comfortable. You do not want any distractions. That's why the phones are handed in. We are fresh. So all the distractions we try to minimize one by one. So only things left now is if you do get aches in your legs or knees, then sit in such a manner that you'll be happy, you are happy and you're content and can sit for at least an hour. So make sure that you have space around you. If you sit too rigid and then move around, then again it could cause disturbance. This is important, especially when you're doing this Lataif Amals, that you want to keep your back straight. If you're slouching or leaning against something, then it doesn't help with the process of breathing exercises. So it's important to keep your back straight as you're doing. And if those who think halfway through they will need support, then better that they actually find a chair near the back of the hall and take a seat there, inshallah. So inshallah, although we've just done Asr Salah, so better inshallah that we should everyone now just close our eyes and think the name of Allah in the sky, very beautiful white in color. And even before we start, just quickly rectify our intention and our niyyah, that why we sat here for, that only purely and ultimately for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His nearness. And then with this, that I'll give you about maybe 10 seconds, that seek for forgiveness, that Allah ta'ala forgive us for all the mistakes and all the disobedience that we have done in our life. And then also ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us in this journey, and also then to bless all the other fellow brothers and sisters from the house who are watching live, that Allah ta'ala bless them. Because when you make dua for someone else for their betterment, by return, then Allah ta'ala blesses you. So you should also make dua for the fellow participants, everyone here. And also for the whole ummah, that whole world is waiting to receive this message and to taste this and to change their life, like we are now learning and tasting to an extent. Bismillah. So inshallah, we shall start by reciting the protection adhkars, which are the Surah Fatiha, Ayat al-Kursi, and the end three quls. Qul huwallahu ahad, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, and Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. So inshallah, all recite this now. And once you have recited, blow on your palm, and then from head to toe, rub it against your body, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع يعلم ما بين أيديهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو واحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له ولد. ربنا أعلم شر ما خلق في الغاسق في النفاثات في العقد رب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. Now refresh the thought and imagination, the great name Allah in white in color above the masjid in the sky, and just go through and feel that Allah is with us, Allah is seeing us, Allah is hearing us. Now we shall think and perform the three thought processes of muraqabah. First one being that we should show or pretend, at least try to show, our state of humbleness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One way to do this is simply just think that we cannot fulfill the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as He deserves. Rather, we cannot even fulfill the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the potential and the capabilities that we have. We're falling short in this regard. So we are really in a state of humility and asking for forgiveness. Now we try to be in the state of thankfulness. Think about all the major 7 biggest blessings in our life and thank Him for all these blessings in our life. The biggest one being, as we heard last night, that it is Allah, the Rahman Himself, that He has created us out of His fadl and enable us to recognize who He is and who is our merciful Lord. And to bless us with His beloved Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then our teachers, mashayikh, then our parents, then the life, the peace, sukoon, the language that we have to be able to express. Now we try to show and be in the state of reliance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tawakkul. And part of that is that we really call upon Allah and say that, oh Allah, we cannot do anything, we have no capability to traverse or to search for your pleasure, to go close to you. It is only you who can take us to your closeness, to your presence. It is only you who can bless us with your mercy and your pleasure. So we completely rely upon you, and we do not rely upon our deeds. Even the effort we're doing now, we do not rely upon this effort. Now inshallah, again, imagine the name Allah in the sky, very beautiful white in color, and we are about to begin the preparation latifa, the first one on the crown on top of our head. So as we breathe in, the light is coming down, entering through the crown latifa and then slowly going down through the dark blue, indigo, light blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So going all the way down, we're taking a deep breath in with our nose. And then we're taking a deep breath out with our mouth, and the light is now coming back up. With this is also taking away all our worries, difficulties, any sins, anything that is bothering us in our life. It's washing away and is exiting, leaving our mouth. And it is as though it's going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Him to deal with all those issues. So inshallah, next time I say Bismillah, we're going to begin. Deep, this is important, deep breath in, very slowly, while you're imagining and thinking. The light is coming down, the white light, and then deep breath out. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now imagine the beautiful name Allah has turned into very beautiful red in color, which is illuminating. And as we breathe in with our nose, the light is descending from the name of Allah, the red light, and is entering through our nose at the same time as we're breathing in. And then is traveling down in our body, and at the point of navel, below the navel, the light is entering inside of us. And then we breathe out, and the light is leaving from the lower back at the same level. So take a deep breath in with our nose. Light is entering, coming down, and is entering through the nose, going down of our body, and then below the navel, where the red latifa is, it enters, goes all the way through, and then we breathe out, long breath out with our mouth, and the light leaves from the lower back. Bismillah. Now imagine the beautiful name of Allah has become orange in color, very beautiful, bright orange color. We take a deep breath in with our nose, and light is coming down and is entering through our nose. And the light is flowing down all the way to the navel, belly button, and at that point it is going deeper inside the latifa in our body. Then we take a deep breath out with our mouth, and the light is leaving at the back at the same level. So the light is coming in through our nose, flowing down through our body, and at the navel the light is going inside to the yellow latifa, orange latifa. And then as we breathe out with our mouth, the light is leaving from the back. So the name of Allah is orange in color. Orange light is coming down. Bismillah. Now the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has become yellow in color. As we breathe in through our nose, the yellow light is coming down and is entering through our nose and is flowing down the yellow light. We're breathing in and it's going through our body and entering the yellow latifa in our stomach above the navel. Then we take a deep breath out with our mouth and the light is leaving from the back. So the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is yellow in color. Bismillah. Now imagine the beautiful name of Allah is in very beautiful green in color. We breathe in, the light is coming down from the name Allah, the green light, and is entering through our nose as we breathe in. Then is flowing down through our body, and in the chest, center of the chest, where the green latifa is, the light is entering there. Going across, we are breathing out with our mouth, and the light is leaving at the back, at the same level of the chest. So the name of Allah is green in color, and the light is coming down is green. Bismillah. Now the beautiful name of Allah in the sky has become very beautiful light in blue color. We're breathing in, the light is coming out. We're breathing it with our nose, light is entering through our nose and is flowing down inside our body, and the light is going through the light blue latifa in our throat area, and we take a deep breath out with our mouth, and the light is leaving from the back of the neck. So the light blue light blue name of Allah flowing down. Bismillah. imagine the beautiful name of Allah has become dark blue, indigo in color. We take a deep breath in with our nose. The light is coming down and is entering through our forehead. We take a deep breath out and the light is leaving at the back of the head. So the name of Allah, the color is dark blue indigo. Enters through our forehead and leaves at the back of the head. Bismillah. Now the beautiful name of Allah has become white in color again. As you take a deep breath in with your nose, the light is coming down and is going through the white latifa on top of our head like a crown. And then we take we breathe out with our mouth, and the light is leaving at the back of the white latifa on top of our head. Bismillah. Now as you keep breathing in, we can see all the lataif, all the latifas are active. And take a deep breath in. The light is now flowing all the way down to the red one, We take a deep breath out, the light is flowing back up. So now this light has become multicolored. You take a deep breath in, light is flowing down from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You take a deep breath out, light is flowing back up to the white one. So it's running up and down in multicolor fashion. Now, with each breath, you feel as though your body is getting lighter and lighter. Each breath you take in and each breath you taking out, breathing out, the body is feeling lighter and lighter. And your conscious, your thought is not in your body anymore. Feeling lighter and lighter. Now we can only feel the breath going up and down, and all 7 lataif are lit and active. Now whole of our body has disappeared. We keep breathing. Now we can imagine and see a spiritual, illuminated, bright, another spiritual body of ours in front of us. It could be like a mirror image, it could be like a twin brother, just the outer figure of a spiritual body in front of us. Now slowly, all the lataif and the latifa, one by one, is also getting lighter and lighter, dimmer and dimmer. And slowly the red latifa is switched off. The orange is switched off. The yellow is disappeared. The green is disappeared. The light blue disappeared. The dark blue disappeared. And even the white is disappeared. Only your consciousness and your breath. And now you're ready to take the golden breath, to transfer your consciousness, your soul and breath to the spiritual body in front of you. So take few deep breaths in and out, and once you're ready, take one final breath out and push out everything to the spiritual body. Just let it flow, inshallah. Now straight away we can see our physical body has disappeared, and we're looking for our teacher spiritually. And the good news is our teacher is sat in front of us. And slowly, but our teacher figure is vast and huge. And we are all yearning and we're rushing and approaching our teacher to embrace. It is as though they are embracing every one of us. There are limits in physical world, but there are no limits in the spiritual world. It's as though each one of us, especially our new participants, they are greeting, giving salam, and they're making their own heartfelt request to the teacher. Whatever the yearning, the tamanna they have, they're presenting to the teacher. So all individually, you can present yourself and introduce yourself to the teacher. Even those who think they know the teacher, you can present yourself. And think about those who know that what things we are meant to do and follow, and are we following. Our teacher in front of here in the hall have stood up and they opened both of their arms. They like to embrace us all. One by one, we are approaching them. We actually, some of us are kissing their blessed hands, embracing them. We feel as though the light and everything is entering from their blessed body to our blessed body. And we become very happy and joyous. And as each one of us now meeting 10 by 10, 10 by 10, we can as though straight away you can see on one side the blessed, the Mazar in Fez in Morocco, as a glimpse or clear image right in front of us we can see beside the teacher. So as soon as we meet our teacher, we can see the blessed grave in Fez, Morocco, of Sheikh Sayyidina Abdulaziz al-Dabbagh. And now it's as though with the one hand our teacher has waved, and now we can see a clear vision, like a vision behind us of Masjid al-Nabawi. Some of us have now placed their feet onto the marble flooring, and they actually are amazed to feel as though they're there. They're putting the feet there on the ground and drawing back, putting the feet there on the ground and drawing back. It's as though with one step they're entering in Masjid al-Nabawi. And you can clearly see that blessed green dome in front of us. And our teacher is holding our hand, and we're holding very tightly with a strong grip, because we do not want to let go of this hand of mercy upon us. So everyone individually can feel, can see, and taste at whatever level. Slowly, some of us are saying, Assalamu alayk ayyuhan nabiyyu. Assalamu alayk ayyuhan nabiyyu. Our teacher is embracing everyone and saying, welcome. May Allah help you. May Allah reward you for your effort. May Allah bless you in this life. May Allah bless you in the hereafter. May Allah raise your status. May Allah bless you, have mercy upon you, and enter you in Jannah. And may you be raised in high status of Jannah. Constantly making dua for us. And we all saying Ameen to those duas. Some of us, as though for the first time, we can see the beautiful scene of Fez, and then at the same time, Masjid Nabawi. What a beautiful scene it is. It is just around the time of Maghrib, and cool breeze from the heavens are hitting our faces. And with our final salam to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we're slowly now stepping back. And as though as you're stepping back, we come back into the masjid here. Our teacher, Sheikh Sayyidina Abdulaziz al-Dabbagh, is also present. And especially our new participant and the brothers, they're all saying, thank you, our teacher. We had not realized what we've seen. We cannot thank you enough. And slowly we're going back, doing a musafa, shaking their hands, giving salam, and slowly now retracting, going back to our own places. We're going back slowly to our own bodies, And finally we're giving salam and returning to their bodies. And then inshallah, once we give final salam, we're returning and we have now permission to open our eyes and relax inshallah. Alhamdulillah, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, subhanaka, alhamdulillah, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. So inshallah now you can just relax, and just if you want to get a quick stretch, anything like this, you can do so inshallah. So inshallah, if you want to stand up, and just especially brothers who sat down on the floor, they have the extra privilege of standing up inshallah, and just do a quick stretch. Stretch your arms, your legs, move your necks, everything, so you can feel refreshed inshallah. So inshallah, if you can all sit down now inshallah back to your places. And now inshallah, it's a very important session, part of the same session, but the important part, segment, which is the feedback. Now naturally, in a new place, especially those who are new, that in a new environment, new place, new faces, you might find a bit awkward or embarrassing to share or ask anything or clarify or any difficulties. Just know that everyone here for the same purpose, which is ultimately for pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also we want to achieve the same goal of see and taste at whatever level. So on that basis, inshallah, we do encourage everyone, especially our new brothers, to actually take the courage and get hold of the mic and mention inshallah. So I think because we got short time before Salatul Maghrib and Iftar, so I'm going to begin with from the right hand side. I might quick in the process and directly ask. So quickly, a few minutes, you want to put your hand up, then please do so now. Yeah. Inshallah, we'll come to you inshallah. If you're coming slowly, yeah, inshallah. The brother who leaning against the dice, just inshallah briefly can mention.
Assalamu alaikum. For the Lataif, I was like about to sleep, but then when we transferred, then I was active again, and I was following whatever you were saying. And at the end, we went to the Kaaba in the heavens. And,
so you had like your own little journey of yourself.
Yeah,
although
yeah.
we didn't go Kaaba collectively. Okay.
Yeah, that was after the Medina Sharif.
Okay, mashallah, good. One thing, can I just ask you, before we started, although we did have a rest before Asr, were you tired? Or were you fresh after the namaz?
After namaz, I was fresh, but then...
Okay, so the reason why I ask is important. Sometimes you're fresh, you got nothing wrong with you as such in terms of tiredness and so on, but as soon as you start this process of Lataif, that you just feel as though you fallen asleep or you lost your consciousness. If you when you like gain your consciousness again, and like the brother have explained, that you feel as though you're still in the journey, you feel as though the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there and you're transferring, then that's a good sign. Towards the end we say feel as though your body is disappearing. Now he's experienced it in reality. He thought whole body is disappeared, and that's why we want to get at. So for him it was a reality that he completely dozed off and he completely was engrossed, you could say, in the practices. And the way you tell is by that he actually felt when he woke up again or regained consciousness that he was able to see he can still continue the journey. It's as though he just, whatever he left off, he's carrying on. So that's a good sign, mashallah. And it's a good experience, inshallah. So this is your first time?
I did a retreat before as well.
So it's the second time. So mashallah, that's why you can see, mashallah, you can gain benefit. I'll come to you, Irfan, inshallah. I'm just going to give some new brothers first. So, brother, is a Kashif yourself? Yeah, please, you want to share some?
Uh, when we were doing the Lataif, I felt Brother Sajid when we were at the green Lataif, like you were standing in front of me. That was kind of, yeah, like a real experience. I thought actually I was going to open the eyes and see that you were there, and people were moving. But the Lataif were maybe a bit long, so I was kind of falling asleep and then back again. Alhamdulillah, I could follow everything, the journey, but I couldn't see the pictures clearly, but it was like the feeling was real with the mashaykhs and
so in terms of the different colors that we did one by one, were you able to follow them whenever you can? Yeah? So that was okay, and you're able to transfer?
Yeah, I because I have tried a couple of times before, so it was like I have to push myself not to transfer before.
Okay, mashallah.
So
that shows that mashallah you got the potential and the capabilities. You can traverse and travel this at a quicker rate, inshallah, if you be steadfast and carrying on doing this and regularly in your own time, inshallah.
Now, just to comment on when you mentioned you have to stop yourself from transferring. If you've done this before a few times, like you have done in Fez, let it flow. If you were able to transfer beforehand, just let it go and just carry on with your own journey. Okay, the guided one is mainly to help people to transfer. The ultimate aim is for you to transfer and continue with your journey. Obviously keeping the key in mind with your teacher. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to quickly moving on. Thanks for that, Brother Kashif. Thank you. Brother Saif.
Alhamdulillah, I was able to follow the whole journey with you, and especially the first part, the Lataif, I could feel, especially the first three Lataifs when we are concentrating on the red color and the orange and yellow. For every different Lataif, I could feel physically, for each Lataif, the color, and then I was able to follow the whole journey all the way back, alhamdulillah.
So you had no issues as such, you were able to focus and continue?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
So if you do it more regularly, you'll become more prolific at it as well, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So I'm going to be quite direct because we're short of time, so please don't mind me pinpointing you. Brother Shazad, if you can share with us some of your experience.
What is it?
It's behind, just.
So
So next time, I know we know everyone where they are, and we know we can ask.
Bismillah following the Lataif, I think I struggled slightly. There were some Lataif that I could follow more strongly than others. The transfer I found difficult compared to the practice session we had. I struggled kind of visioning of a mirror self of myself. But then I was trying to follow yourself, but again it was certain things I could, like for example the Mazar of Sayyidina Abdulaziz Dabbar Rahmatullah Alayh. I could see that. I could not picture the Sheikh very strongly, but more of an outline.
This is referring to Sheikh Sayyidina Abdulaziz Dabbar?
No.
So you, as you yourselves are practicing this, when you practice more, you'll get better. Also, it'll be good, inshallah, as you practice it, we can have more interaction, and that'll be good as well. So any of the ustaz, inshallah, shall be good. But yeah, jazakallah. So sometimes these struggles are important. Sometimes, many things happen in our life, so it's good to actually discuss at a more private setting as well, if possible. But mashallah, it's good that you still managed to follow through the Lataif and then transfer and see some of the scenes and saw the outer figure of the teacher, inshallah. So that's good, mashallah. That's a progress, mashallah. Okay, anyone from the middle before I select? You've had your turn, Brother Rafiul, so let get other people a chance. Brother next to you, Brother Tabriz.
Assalamu alaikum. I was struggling doing the lataif. Strange, few things were happening. Like, for example, when I was doing the lataifs, imagine as some of us brothers were doing wudu, then I imagine Brother Sajid grabbing some of the Woking brothers.
This is during
the lataifs.
So, for example, in the red, yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then also imagined Professor Muhammad, Professor Muhammad from Fez, giving out the tapes that we have on the outside there to the brothers. So these sort of things were happening, you
tapes?
Know. Yeah, you know, there's some tapes there, aren't there? Ramadan tapes, I think, have to have a.
Okay. Right.
But when we transferred, I sort of could follow yourself on the journey, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it is also good practice to clear our mind from everything, because sometimes whatever activities we do, not necessarily bad things, but good things as well. Whatever you're doing during the day, especially the last 24 hours, that gets like highlighted when you're doing your lataif amals. So especially when you're interacting with brothers or helping or doing khidmah, sometimes that gets noticed as well. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you want to be, really focus, then like we say, the preparation, before we start, do to Salatul Tawbah, Hajat, and really take a few moments just to clear your mind from everything. And then really relax, as though the time has stopped, paused, and you relaxed, and you're in presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you can focus better, because we want to really focus on the duties at hand, the task at hand, and that will help, inshallah. It's not like you had an experience, but it's a different type of experience. But to benefit from this, you have to have the focus on this, inshallah. But then afterwards, obviously, the blessing of the Mashaykh, you still manage to follow and see some of the after the transfer experiences as well. So that's good, mashallah. Okay, quickly moving on. Brother Yusuf, in front here. You want to say anything?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
When we just about to do lataif, before red one, I just see like in front of me such a beautiful name of Allah, the same, but it's very far, but very big one I see, and on light color, but it's more like multicolor. It's not just one color, like inside white and around like yellow and some other colors as well. And all around from that light becoming, so I can see like, I can't describe that place. It's not like earth. It's something like I never see that place, but very beautiful. There.
This is all during the Red Latifa.
Yeah. Then after that, I think when we about to did, I don't remember, orange or green, then that name is gone and that place is gone. So then I try to follow in, obviously, our journey.
So in the green or whatever color, were you able to see the light going inside? And so on?
I see, but it's very not like what I was previous my that thing's feeling.
Experience.
So I see is like obviously like I try to imagine again name of Allah about me and obviously that, but that one is such a very clear picture I see.
MashaAllah.
So
that because each of these colors, don't forget, we've not even touched upon, has different meaning, like the science behind it. So that indicates someone's personal experiences and what's happening in life. So that's good, mashallah. So and if you just
after that I more feel it our teacher, but I didn't see clear picture of teacher. I more feel it him, but I didn't see him as a
so
clear
after
picture.
transfer,
yeah,
you saw the teacher.
I feel it and I see, but I don't see as a clear picture of our teacher.
But at least you felt the close, the presence. Yeah. And were you able to see the Morocco or Medina Sharif?
I did see, but that's what I'm saying is not very clear picture. It's like like in the darkness something I see.
Okay, mashallah, that's good. So inshallah, if you practice in this retreat more, focus on it, on the teacher and the different colors, you'll see it gets better and better, inshallah. Anyone else? We've not asked any. Our Danish brothers behind, anyone? Who's next to brother Imran, is it? Next to brother Imran? Achha.
I just fall asleep.
Okay, were you tired?
Yeah, too tired.
Okay. Did you not sleep before Asr?
Yes, I sleep, but I was asleep and wake.
So, okay, then describe to me, when did you wake up?
I wake up, I think, where we was in Fez.
Okay.
And there I see Medina and Fez.
So you woke up, did you feel, oh, I'm tired, what's happening? Or did you feel, oh, I'm in Medina Sharif?
Yeah, like that.
First one or second one? Tired, or what's happening? I don't know.
Not so tired, but...
did you feel, oh, I'm in Medina Sharif?
Yeah, when you see, say Fez, I see the Fez place, and then I want to see the Medina.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at the Medina, and then after that you said about the Medina also.
Mm-hmm. And yourself, was there anyone else with you?
No, I was alone.
You were alone, okay. So, yeah, alhamdulillah, by the mercy and the blessing and the fairs of the Mashayikh, you also traveled. They took you to that journey. But obviously, you only saw yourself there. It'll be good, inshallah, next time you practice this, if you can see yourself with the teacher as well, if possible. So you are a journey, similar to the young brother over there who said that he kind of dozed off or fell asleep, that, your journey continued. But it's like your journey continued in a plane. You couldn't see any scenery on the way, and you just landed in Fez, and then you woke up. So this is your journey happened on a more silent, hafiz way, or silent way. So mashallah, that's good. So you focus on, inshallah, more on the practices, when you're fresh, and then the teacher as well, and then it will help you to uncover or unlock or unveiling that image of Medina Sharif even better, and Fez as well, inshallah. Okay. Yes. Okay, Jazakallah, thank you. We come to this side. I think we are enough on that side now. Brother here, Brother Imran? Yes, Brother Imran.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I felt when we were doing the Lataif, I was kind of falling asleep, but kept waking back up. But I felt as if I had a sensation, as if I was not dozing off, but like a really nice sensation. But my arms, as now we've blown ourselves into our spirit, or
was it transferred?
Transferred. I could feel like this really. I can't really explain, but like a funny feeling in my arms and stuff like that. And when we were coming back, I could feel coming back.
Coming back to the masjid again?
Coming back to the masjid. I actually felt that presence coming back again.
Okay,
so,
mashallah. Okay. So how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling good, yeah.
Okay. So mashallah, so were you able to see different colours, or just on and off you were saying?
Oh, I seen the different colours, yeah. I found it easy.
You managed to see red?
Yeah, I seen the...
How was that?
The red, when I was blowing back out through my back, it was like half red, half black. But the other colours, they were all right.
Yeah, the reason behind these things, obviously, we'll speak in private inshallah as well. But mashallah, you've also had an experience, you transferred, and you managed to see some of the scenes after transferring as well. Were you able to see you with the teacher?
Yes, vaguely. Yeah.
Vaguely, okay. So inshallah, if you focus more on that as well,
inshallah.
Next time, it will make it better, the scene afterwards as well. So you can see, this is your first one, but the last one was just a practice. This is the first proper one we did. And already you can start to see and experience some of the things.
But the last one, what we did, the practice one, I felt more of a presence then than what I did today. Presence of, like I could feel like a feeling in my legs.
Okay. Yes, well, that's also good, but if you actually feel the presence of the teacher or some person like that, that's even better. But that's something that can...
I felt that both times with the teacher, yeah.
Good. This tinkling feeling is also good. That's indicating, like Ustad Sajid said in his presentation, that this tinkling feeling, it gives you indication that things are happening inside you. Some people it's all spiritually happening. Some people, it has a side effect, positive side effect, where they, body can feel it as well. In your case.
Jazakallah.
Okay. There's not much time for Sari. No, sorry, Iftari. So just maybe one more. Brother here, I think there's a new brother here. Just give him at the front. Habib. Yeah. Also, you can mention, please, difficulties. We've had one or two difficulties. It's important to hear those aspects. Like what they're struggling on, or what they cannot do, or they cannot see whatsoever, completely blank, zilch, then please do mention. Yeah, sorry.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
While we were doing the Lataif, cleaning the Lataif, I was like, all of a sudden, I was like going to sleep, but it's not sleep. Felt like I was dozing off, and I kept myself awake. Then when we transferred, I had a like tingling feeling in my chest and my fingers and part of my body.
Okay.
So after the transfer, the teacher, when we were introduced to the teacher, after we were introduced, it's like when you were saying we were going to Fez and then like Medina, it's like, I don't know, I was traveling, it felt like I was traveling, but I don't know where. Something, no.
Traveling in a group or alone?
It felt like on my own.
Okay. So, were you tired before you started?
No.
So you were fresh. So inshallah that happens sometimes because all this light and anwarat are coming down. Sometimes it's actually system, our whole body spiritually is not used to it to that higher extent, especially in a gathering where so much anwar light descends. And sometimes how the body deals with it, our body, is by just switching off. And that's how you felt, on and off, like you were saying. But you try to keep yourself on. So you managed to see all the colors as well?
On the
all seven,
upper,
all seven?
like the heart one and the one here, what color is that?
So how the light blue?
Light blue, and the dark blue.
The dark blue in the face?
Yeah.
How about the first three, the red, orange, yellow?
The red was kind of coming and going. Like.
There are also the meanings behind the other two, inshallah. So if you speak to one of the stars, your mentor, inshallah, one they'll probably explain to you as well.
Inshallah.
But that's fine, you continue and also focus more, inshallah, once you transfer. The first thing you should have that I want to look for a teacher and a guide to take me to the journey. So if you try to focus on that, practice it more, then it will come more, inshallah, easy. Is that okay? Anything else? Okay, Jazakallah, thank you. Any issues or any problems quickly, because they have to lay down the tablecloth here as well.
Is
any
that
issues, problems?
Issue or problem, or is it just relating?
Brother Abdullah, you put your hand up. Okay. Okay, sure. No, is that what you want to say? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this, yeah, we hear the issue problem, issue part. Can you just wait for the mic?
Maybe if you can keep it brief as well.
During the Lataif, I was coming in and out of other thoughts. They weren't necessarily evil thoughts. For some reason, during the practice session, the colours were a lot more clearer. The colours this time weren't clear. And I can't at all, for some reason, when you say imagine Allah's name, I can't see Allah's name, but I can sense the light coming down but not see letters. There are some other issues, but I think I'll just keep mentioning that.
Is that personal issues or?
Sorry?
Is that personal issues or issues they can share?
Issues in, I thought because of time short.
Oh, mention it quickly, mention.
Okay, so when you say transfer, my body feels lighter, but I don't really see. I don't know if I'm seeing things. And also, when you said go and find Hazrat Sahab, during the practice session, it felt a lot more easier to find him. I think I saw him this time round. It was a lot more. I couldn't sense much.
Okay, that's fine. Some of the distracted thoughts that you're getting, that's part of the purification. So just let that flow, let that come out. So I think just focus on that for now, and just continue with the practicing. So when those thoughts that are coming out, that's part of the purification. It's coming out and into your mind, and just let it release. Okay?
And inshallah, because you said the first practice one you did okay, better than this one, that shows that you can't do it. Maybe you're tired or something else happened or whatever. But it happens because our goal is Tuesday morning, Monday night. So until then, ups and downs will happen. So don't worry about these things. Just focus on the task next time we do, and inshallah, you should do improve, inshallah. Okay, Jazakallah for your time and effort for this. And inshallah, in a neat and orderly manner, if you can take yourself upstairs.